Step 2, torque by sequence to 22 foot-pounds.
The turbo motor and full-time four-wheel drive dual range.
Hello, this is Miles Fox. I'm going to be doing some winterizing to my 1994 Subaru Legacy GT wagon. What I'm going to be doing is replacing the wiper blades and adding some treatments to the oil, the transmission. I'm going to try to clear out the idle air control with some seafoam. Here I'm using some Rain-X product. First I'm going to clean my windows with this industrial restaurant grade glass cleaner. Then I'm going to polish down all the road salts, debris, and pitting and whatnot with this Rain-X Extreme Clean. Then I'm going to treat the windshield with the Rain-X Original and the inside with the anti-fog. And today I've decided to put up the money and go after the Rain-X Latitude Ultra Gummy Ooey Gooey wiper blades all the way around. This is on my windshield with the Miro Spray industrial glass cleaner just to get all the grime and road salts off. You can see where I've cleaned one half of the windshield and not the other yet. Just to give you an idea of what I'm working with. I do live in an urban environment. This car is used for fast food delivery. It's driven every day downtown, and you'll accumulate a lot of road salt, spray, dust and dirt and what have you. Even parking on the street overnight, this will accumulate on the car. Although I'm fortunate enough to have this nice garage, 4-car garage with 3 working doors to park in. Got plenty of things to fit in here. Aside from that, it's a good idea to keep your stuff clean, especially with winter time coming around. For one, it's difficult to drive at night with glare on your windows. 2, anytime the car gets snowed on, this will make removing the snow from the windshield and ice buildup a breeze. I'm going to apply this Rain-X Extreme Clean product on here. Renews glass and plastic. Gently strips away hard to remove dirt, heavy residue, bugs, and film. 4 steps for optimum drivability. Step 1, clean your windshield with Rain-X Extreme Clean, which is what I have here. Apply Rain-X for step 2, original treatment improved for wet weather driving visibility, which is this product here. Step 3, fill the washer fluid with the Rain-X windshield washer fluid, which I may or may not get into. And then replace the wiper blades annually with our Latitude series wiper blades. So I'm going to apply this stuff as if I was applying a wax, if I was buffing my car. Put a little bit of this on the windshield. And I'm going to apply it down with just a standard paper towel here and work that around in a circular motion. Spread it across the windshield. Alright, directions for use state to rinse away any loose dirt or debris from the glass or clear plastic, which I've already done. Apply to a damp cloth, soft cloth, or directly onto surface. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use a paper towel. And applying pressure using a circular motion, rub onto the glass or clear plastic. Rinse and wipe dry with a clean paper towel and soft cloth. I don't think we'll need a rinse because I'm outside in the garage. The mean temperature right now is probably about just above freezing. I would say within 32 to 35 degrees. Maybe a little bit of water might help this stuff. It's a little bit thick, a little pasty like your automotive waxes would be. The main areas I want to concentrate on are the areas where the wiper blades do not normally sweep, such as the bottom edge of the windshield where it meets the cowl, the corners, the very edge, and also the top quarter of the windshield just above the vision where the head sunshades would be, as those areas are missed by the sweep of the wiper blades. I'm going to go around and do this on all the windows of the car. Side windows, because they're pretty grimy, and also since there's no wiper blade there and the infrequency of car washes, I think this stuff would make that a lot easier. Anytime it would rain, I think it would wash off anything that is settled onto the car. I'm going to use this Rain-X treatment, the original Rain-X stuff. Apply it to the windshield using a dry paper towel and by dribbling some onto the windshield itself. I've already worked on one side of the windshield over there, which is leaving a little bit of a slight haze. I'm going to work this side up till it dries up, and then we buff the haze off the dry towel. I put a little bit of this on the corner of my paper towel. It says be aware to not get it on painted surfaces. I'm going to start from the edges of the window and the corners and kind of work around in a circular motion. You can kind of feel the paper towel gliding along as the product goes together on the windshield. I take it this stuff is some kind of polymer dissolved in denatured alcohol, that once the alcohol dries, it leaves a plastic coating like residue which repels the rain. I've had pretty good success with this stuff. I treated my 86 3-door with this stuff. It sat in storage over the winter time. I rebuilt the whole thing, did a lot of grinding and dust and whatnot. The car was entirely coated in dust. So then I hand washed the car, and after I had hand washed the car and rinsed it, all the water just rolled right off the windshield. And then again the next time I drove it in the rain, after being subjected to all of that. It does pretty good. So I'd say this stuff would last, sitting by itself if you didn't drive the car often. Otherwise, I would imagine if you drive in the rain like every day for weeks on end, probably want to apply it once a week or once a month, I would presume. Alright, I'm on the other side of the windshield here where I treated it earlier. I'm going to take my dry towel and just kind of rub it down, take the haze off in circular motion. I don't know if you can see with the glare or not. It is kind of dark in here. It's the best I could do for light. This stuff says to apply when the temperature is above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I would translate 40 degrees as not freezing, considering the temperature right now is probably like 36 degrees or so. But I know it's warm enough to not be frozen. So I figure if I apply this, just apply it on here, it'll be just as good. It's better than being too hot. You try to do this on a hot sunny day, the stuff's going to be drying up on you as you apply it. And you might have to apply it more than once to get it on uniformly. So here I got a nice polish going down, if you can see that. If you see any smudges or streaks in the windshield, that's on the inside, which I have yet to do. Which I'm not looking forward to, because that's a pain in the ass. Although I did used to detail cars, I'm afraid that if I start doing it, I'm just going to get too meticulous and take all day. Alright, I'm ready to install our new wiper blades. As you can see, I have two different sizes. According to the booklet on the shelf for the generic listing and for the book that goes to these specifically, states that the driver's side has a 20-inch blade and the passenger side has an 18-inch blade. I presume by the way they overlap. And then a 16-inch blade for the rear wiper. Here we have some benefits to these type. For one, they're easy to install. They're good for the winter time, prevents ice and snow buildup. In the spring and fall, even pressure provides streak-free wipe from light to heavy rain. In the summer, resists cracking in extreme heat and fits over 98% of vehicles. Now, what we have is the way these things clip onto the wiper arm. These kind of handy-dandy little Subaru guys here that sometimes they don't really want to fit, and then sometimes that makes this case the 2% of cars that it doesn't fit onto right away. Alright, to remove our wiper blade, I'm going to pull back on this little tab here, and this guy should just slide right off of there. And push down on it actually, and just slide that off. like so. And then a lot of times we can reuse or borrow a little nugget out of here to put on our new blade. Let's see how our new one fits after I open it. Open this guy up. See what we got. We have these two styles. You can see them pretty well. Alright folks, that is a nice fatty blade we have here. It's got this thing in the middle. This goofy little stripe. This says remove protective cover before use. And we're going to see if this guy just fits on there like it's supposed to. What do you know? That's nice. Now this is our 94 Subaru Legacy that's kind of more of a world-class car and compared to older Subarus. We do have these other little adapter clips. This looks like it just locks onto the top of the blade, and this is where it would clip onto the end of your blade. Say if you had a EA81 or EA82 style wiper blade, you'd remove the little J-hook. This part here, the little hooked part, if it has one, would be bolted on with a screw here, or without that there, you'd have a screw holding a little nub that our new piece would clip onto. So if I was doing an E82 Subaru, I would be swapping this guy on. I guess for $18.47, you're getting a lot for your money, although it's kind of leftover stuff you're not really using, as we see here. And here we have instructions for replacing the piece in the middle, anchor, mount, whatever you'd want to call it, if you had to change out for a different style of blade, and then for a different style of J-hook pieces, pin pieces, or bayonet style as I was describing earlier. Alright, I've just installed our new Rain-X Latitude windshield wipers. Keep wanting to say Dell Latitude, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about our windshield wiper. So I'm going to try these out and see how they do here. Let's get that wiper blade. Get the rear one going. See how well those clear. They look like they're working pretty good. And here you can see where the blades come close to each other. This is why we have a difference in length with our wiper arm. Because otherwise the one on the passenger side, if it's too long, it's going to hit the top rubber piece on the top of the car and not lay flat. It'll eventually eat away at the edge of the wiper blade, which you don't want for as much as these guys cost.